I've been down for the count, but don't count me out, 'cause I'm back. Boom, boom, I'm back. Welcome. Hey, energy party people. Woo, that's right. It's time for yet another rousing, hopefully full-length episode of Magic Mondays. Whether you watch live or in the future, I'm really, really grateful for you, and I'm happy that you're here. So before I get into anything, I'm going to go ahead and smudge the space and play my beautiful theme song, care of Artica Productions. Here we go.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Coley.
And luckily I caught it earlier this time, but I just noticed that there's a button at the bottom of StreamYard here that says unmute your mic. So there I went and unmuted my mic. Look at me, feeling better and realizing that I was muted for that first little part. So all I said was, as I set fire to my desk, I said, I'm back and welcome, whether you're watching live or in the future. I'm really grateful for you and I'm glad you're here. So just smudging the space, getting ready for some magic, some much needed magic. So, well, I'm guessing at least one of these messages is to tell me that I was muted. Let's find out. No? Good. Okay. So first of all, let's say hello to Artica, Art and Erica, who I love, love, love. And let's go ahead and play your theme song. Here we go. Give me a moment. Whoo. All right. Almost there. Here we go. Art and Erica, Erica and Art. Thank you for joining us, doing your part. Yeah. Okay. And so thanks, guys, for being here. I hope you know how much I appreciate you two. And anytime I'm creating something, I think, ooh, can I hit them up again for another theme song? But I won't, because I know we're all really busy. But I want you to know you're thought of. And they say, we hope you're feeling better. Yes, I am feeling better. Yeah, a good 2 weeks of like, what? Well, we'll get into that in a second. And the ever impressive and beautiful and amazing Yvonne. So Yvonne says, good morning. Glad you're feeling better. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. No. Anyway, well, I'm wishing you luck in maybe not coming down with that cold. Maybe you can do something to get past it. I don't know. Man, do I feel for, well, as a person, I feel for, who is it? Fucking everybody, like all the time, and being sick, and not, like, I just had, like, my energy was just tanked. Yet somehow I managed to do some really great work for other people. But I personally have been in kind of a cocoon time, and but man, do I feel for people who are really going through it physically. And I took the opportunity of this downtime to really, sometimes it was like really forcing myself, because I felt so low. But forcing myself to like have a lot of gratitude for my life in general. Life's not easy. But man, is my life significantly easier than it is, on average, it's significantly easier than when I get sick. Oh my goodness. And luckily, Dave got through his real quick and was able to support me. Oh, thank God for Dave. Anyway, and to quote Cam, I probably said this before, but to quote Cam, of Mitch and Cam from That's Right, Modern Family. Cam said, he said, I wouldn't be an inspiring disabled person. And that's the way I feel. Yeah. And if I was truly disabled long term, I would get it up eventually. But yeah, I go low. And gratefully, I don't go low often like I used to. But man, it's such a reminder of how far I've come. And oh man, so I really feel I'm sending you love. If you're going through it, it seems like everybody's been getting sick. It's like, oh, I was on the list this time. Yeah. And speaking of, hey y'all, says Shannon, Dr. Shannon. And yeah, I think I saw, Shannon, that you got the Rona again. It's like, oh, so sorry. Hope you cycle through it quickly. Um, yeah, and being down for the count, which immediately, as I say that, is making me think of the Count from Sesame Street, where he counts things. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, being down for the count, yeah, it really made me appreciate a lot of things, like not having to think about, do I have the energy to brush my teeth? Yeah, which sounds so ridiculous. But yeah, it's tough. Oh, good. And Shannon says she's hoping to test negative tomorrow. Good, good. Wishing you tons of success with that. Um, yeah. So what do I want to say? Yeah, it's just kind of been a lot of nothing. And it kind of seems like, oh, well, if I'm down for the count, as I've been saying, um, it would be a good opportunity to study something or watch educational videos or no. Sadly, no, I wish. Um, yeah, because I went into getting sick being super psyched about like creating my program, my love and magic mentorship, that all of that, and is just like boom. And it's just kind of, I had to try to keep sight of like, I know I'm excited about that. I just can't fucking feel it right now. But then it started creeping back and on and so feeling sick only lasted really a few days. But then there was the fatigue. Ooh. Oh my goodness. You hear about people with chronic fatigue, and it's like, oh my God, like I feel for you. Yeah. And then and just to make things worse, so I'm already worried about everybody, or I try not to be worried, but I'm concerned about all the people, and especially the people who are really living on the edge, emotionally, or of course my mind goes to, when I'm low, especially, I go to, of course, the homeless, which yeah, or people in prison, or yeah, you name your horrible thing. Um and I have to stop. I think this has shown me I really need to be more conscious about a lot of things, including especially what I'm watching or paying attention to. And sadly, very shortly before I was hit with this, I watched, it was a video of a very old woman. So somebody who's lived a very, very long life, um, talking about some of the, I didn't go through all of it, but some of the absolute torture of being at Auschwitz, which I always thought was in Germany. No, I guess it's in Poland, right? Anyway, and so just to torture myself even more, because honestly, you can't compare suffering. It's just not fair. Nobody knows anybody's whole picture, Um, but kind of feeling bad, like, oh, how can I feel so sorry for myself when I won't describe. I won't share with you what I heard this person talk about that she endured. I don't even know how she endured it. Um, anyway, so one of the things I'll take away from this 2 weeks is I need to stop watching things of people that are having a lot of trouble. Um, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm well aware people are having a hard time, and I don't need to tell you, you're living on the planet right now. And so I really had to force myself sometimes to just think of even just three things of what I'm grateful for. Um, yeah, which really isn't hard for me, but everything's harder when I'm not feeling it. But it is 11:11 on the West Coast, so let's look at a picture of my favorite newlywed. Um, well, half of the couple who's my favorite newlyweds, uh, my good friend, Reverend Dr. Natalie Vale. So let's make a wish. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So after being down for, I guess, about a week, um, I was able to drag my ass. Well, Dave drove. There's no way I would have driven. Um, I was able to drag our asses to Natalie and Reno's wedding. And I was supposed to read a poem. I think I talked about this last week, but I'll bore you with it again. She had asked me to read this lovely, very quick, not Rumi, Hafiz poem. She said she wanted somebody who was happily married for a long time. And yeah. And I called her, like, I was really trying to, like, be able to make it, and I realized, like, okay, I need to give her time. I don't wanna worry the bride or lump more work onto her, but, like, I need to give her time to find somebody else to read this poem, and called her, like, the day before the wedding, like, ugh, sobbing, like, probably, sounding like a crazy person. 'Cause I made it I made it into such a big fucking deal. Like, yeah, and I knew, yeah, I don't even know. Like, I just wasn't in my right mind. I'm sure you can relate when you don't feel good. I hope you can't relate as much as yeah, bad. And of course, she was like, "No worries." And somebody else got up and read the poem. And the wedding was it was so lovely and thoughtful and beautiful, but it was small and very casual. And I'm just like, why the fuck did I like make it into such a big deal? Like, can you relate? Jeez. Uh, anyway, so I got to see them get married, and then we made a very quick Irish exit afterwards. Um, yeah, so good story, bro. You know, we're gonna just have to use a previous sponsor. Um, but I think I'm ready for a sponsor. I kind of came up with one half-assed. Like, I know when I'm not, when I'm not feeling good. That's when I'm not being clever. I'm not coming up with sponsors. I'm not saying funny little things. I'm not dancing around the house. I'm not laughing on a regular basis, whether I am alone or not. Um, yeah, I'm not smiling. Like, going for days without smiling. Ugh, that is not good. Um, anyway, well, I just kind of accidentally picked this one. So here we go. This week's sponsor is Sa-na-na. Gives new meaning to sweating to the oldies. Sa-na-na. That's another thing that I wasn't up for until just the other night, was doing a sauna. It's just like the simplest things. But on Saturday, like, we had plans to meet some friends for lunch, and we had to cancel because I was no. Yeah. If I'm not feeling good, Trust me, you don't want me at your party. You don't. No. Yeah. Unless you're a really good friend and I can just feel shitty with you and not, try to keep up a conversation. Um, yeah. But so we canceled our lunch with our friends, which I think was for the best for them because I think they were way too overscheduled. And so I think I kind of did her a favor. But anyway, um, I woke up that day and felt relatively normal. And that's right, I got out of bed. Dave went and got us a coffee, which the idea of it was nice. And boy, do I love me a breve latte. But even that was just kind of like, anyway. But that aside, I got up, that's right, took a shower, straightened the bathroom a little bit. Ooh. And then I think I like cleaned the kitchen a little bit more and basically I think we played 2 games of Carcassonne. That's pretty impressive. Like there were days I couldn't even play Carcassonne. Come on. I mean, there were days where I couldn't even just sit up for any extended period. Well, if you tuned in for the last couple of weeks, yeah, you saw me. Yeah, but what's been kind of interesting is my appetite still is kind of less, which don't hate losing a little bit of weight. I won't lie. Um, but what has been kind of repulsive to me more and more is sugar. And we don't tend to eat a lot of sugar, but going into this, like when I got sick, I'm like, okay, like where did I kind of go wrong here? Because unless the soil of your body, unless the soil is primed for it, you don't have to get sick. Like not everybody gets sick. I always like to say, not everyone got the plague. Not everyone got the Rona. And the more I pay attention to my mental health and moving my body more and laying off the sugar and wheat. Um, I create a healthier atmosphere in my body. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, but we've been going a little, this is my fault, going a little heavy on the ice cream. Not every day or anything. And in general, I don't even cook with sugar, but we were kind of going a little crazy and I wasn't taking care of myself. So that's on me. And I guess, yeah. And the universe doesn't make any mistakes. So I know that there is a reason I was down for the count. And I just kept reminding myself, if I'm feeling shitty and I don't know why, or I don't have any, awareness of that magic, that just means I don't have a broad enough perspective because, let's just look at what I call my credo. The universe is in a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our backs. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, when the shit hits the fan, what is the universe bringing to our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? And even though, I wasn't really able to work on myself a whole lot. But guides would check in with me and assure me that I'm fine. And it wasn't a matter of cleaning something energetic up. I kept being reassured that I was in what I call a cocoon period. And when I'm in a cocoon period, I can't seem to work on myself and everything kind of shuts down. It's like kind of my life just kind of is on hold for a bit. Anyway, oh my God. Well, I'm getting bored with hearing about this. So Coop let me know just a few moments ago. Oh, shoot. As I'm saying this to you, I am going to send him the email invitation that I did not send. Look at me doing tech stuff. If you can call this tech stuff. Okay. So he told me that he would be a little late because he got a work gig to take care of as a notary. Anywho, so how about let's just get to the magic? I can't think of anything else to talk about right now. Oh, well, um, in the midst of me feeling like shit, and I'm sure it wasn't a very well worded or very professional email, but I sent an email to, it's called Find Away Voices, and that's where we submitted my audiobook. And then they distribute it to a whole bunch of different platforms. And it's been distributed to many, like the most notable is Spotify. Um, yeah, so that's available there. But Audible, I feel like Audible is kind of the king. Like anybody I ever talk to, they're like, oh, I get my books on Audible. So, and so do we. So I sent them a message saying that I'm very upset and they quickly got back to me and they apologized that it's taking so long, but they assured me that my title is in their queue and they're just very backlogged. And they're sorry it's taking so long, but it will indeed be uploaded to ACX or whatever they call it. Anywho, so if you're excited about this at all, like I am, you're probably not. But it should be on Audible fairly soon, God willing. Even though I guess it's been about 2 months since we downloaded it. Anywho, so how about because sometimes I'm Canadian. Oh, speaking of Canadians, we did watch. It was a fun documentary, and then there was a stand-up special too. Tom Green, remember Tom Green? Uh, Briefly married to uh, Drew Barrymore. Um, yeah, it was a really interesting documentary and stand-up special. So if you're looking for something fun to watch, you might want to check that out. And we also discovered what many people have already discovered, like, oh, the show Ghosts is actually really cute. So, so we have that going for us that we discovered during my Down for the Countness. Yeah. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go ahead and do some magic. So let's start with a grounding. Whew. So, but before we do that, just because I can't resist and because it's my show, and yeah, I'm just going to play my silly new intro that I created moments before starting the show today. And you just don't want to miss another classic. Here we go. I've been down for the count, but don't count me out, 'cause I'm back. Boom, boom, I'm back. Welcome. You got to love the boom booms. Okay. Yeah, and before we start, let's go ahead and I'm going to play just a couple theme songs of people who I suspect are watching, but they watch in a way where they can't tell me they're watching. And if you are watching right now and you have the ability to comment in a way I can see it, we'll find out. Please let me know you're watching and I'll play you a theme song or create a silly theme song for you. Oh, Shannon, I don't think we did yours. I'm so sorry. Do we even do Avance? Okay. If I have done these already, please bear with me. My brain is pretty much back, but I'm not completely up to par. So I know we did Art and Erica, so let's go ahead and do Yvonne real quick. Yvonne is in the house. Check her out. And while we're checking people out, Shannon is here. Hey, Dr. Shannon. Hey. Okay. Yay, Blanca's here. Hey, Blanca. Okay, you know what that means. Theme song for you. Here we go. Blanca. Oh, Blanca. Thank you for showing up today. Yay! Hey. Okay, and we're going to play one for the lovely Gabrielle.
Gabri J, Gabri K, Gabrielle is here today. Welcome.
Welcome. Oh, yeah, and let's go ahead and play Pam's.
They call her Pam. Welcome.
And let's see. All right. And for those of you who don't have a theme song,
If I was a theme song, I'd be yours. Glad you're here.
Your name here.
so that's pretty great. You know what? Since I'm in the mood to play theme songs, like just the other day, I felt like I could start singing again. Oh, I love singing so much. Oh my God. And not singing for, oh, okay. You get it. So I'm going to play this one because this is for my friend Patrick Richwood. I'm just going to do a little name dropping. He's an actor and I watched a lot of old movies, old meaning like, 80s, 90s, aughts. Um, and one of them I hadn't seen for a while, but I like appreciated it like never before. Just hit the spot, and that's Pretty Woman. And Patrick is as I like to say, as I say to his face, he's the cute little gay boy elevator operator. Yeah, adorable. So Patrick, I'm sure you're not watching right now. I'm sure you're doing bigger, more exciting things. But I'm going to play your theme song anyway. Here we go.
Patrick, you're magic and theatric. I'm so glad you're here. Jazz hands.
Pretty good, right? Okay. She thought she'd missed the fun part. Oh, no, Blanca. You have not missed the fun part. Assuming the fun part is your theme song. And let me see. I just got a message. So I just got a text from Gabrielle, and she said, "I totally am here today. Thanks for playing my theme song. Fabulous to see your beautiful face." Oh, this whole thing. So yay! I'm glad you're here, Gabby. I want to call you Gabby, Gabrielle. I'll be respectful. I don't know if anybody calls you Gabby, but in my head, just so you know, Gabrielle, I call you Gabby. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're gonna do some magic now. Yeah, and after this, my plan for this afternoon is to jump back into creating my energy work, or my first energy work course. And what I'm realizing is that I really need to, I just okay, I'm not gonna cry. But and Gabby said, most people call her Gabby a long time ago. I decided to spell it that weird way to be unique. So you're all good. Okay, thanks. She spells it Gabbi. Anyway, okay, thanks, Gabby. Yeah, so with teaching people energy work, yeah, like I just want to give everything. I just want to give every single thing you could possibly check for and every trick and tool that has come through over the last, this year will be 18 years. But I'm realizing that when I started, no one dumped all that shit on me. And it's like you have to start with baby steps. And so I've been trying to wrap my brain around how to teach in the proper way. So anyway, so I'm getting back into that officially today, and I couldn't be happier about it. Yeah, and if you end up purchasing my program, my intention is that you will get so much out of it, you'll think I was a crazy person for not charging more for it. So that's my plan. Yeah. And just while we're here, while I'm babbling, before I babble some more about energy work, yeah, I just wanted to, like, I'm just putting out the plea, like, please, 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 please. And I'm sure if you're watching this and if you're into this stuff, you're already doing this, but please be open to the idea of sharing my book with any and all sensitive people that you know. I'm really, really on a mission. I'm back on my mission to share this information with sensitive people, specifically women, but men are included too. It's just my target group is women, sensitive women. And so if there's anything, if you can share it with your social media or with any groups you might be part of, I really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, because I'm not kidding about this mission. And now that I'm willing to be seen, and I'll talk to anybody about what I do now, took me long enough, but that's just how it is. But I really appreciate when you share this with everybody, anybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some energy work. Oh man, it feels so good to be able to just do this and connect with you. Thank you again for being here. And if you're watching in the future, thank you for being here too. I really appreciate you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Yeah. So, and while we're there, please subscribe to my weekly newsletter, and that's a great way to stay in touch. And I know people are overloaded with newsletters. Even my best friend, Sadie, she didn't know I was sick because she didn't read my newsletter. And so I told her, like, when she wished me a happy birthday, I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess you didn't see my newsletter. I'm sick, too. She's like, oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry, because it goes to her spam. I'm sure there's a cure for that. But as I've mentioned before, I really have learned, I am learning to not expect so much from people. Not to expect so much from people in my life, my closest people. Oh my God. I'm guessing my brother still hasn't read my book. I'm guessing Dave's brother still hasn't gotten the audio copy so he can listen to it. And I just have to be okay with that. But God damn it, it's fucking hard to write a book, and I just want everybody to read it. And then I realized some people aren't fucking interested in energy work or empaths or whatever. Excuse me. One moment. Anyway. Yeah. So please excuse my little rant about people being people. So, okay. So enough of that shit. For realsies, let's do some energy work. Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to start with a grounding. So pick a chakra, any chakra, or you ground you the way you want to. Yeah, I always want you to do your magic the way you do it. I'm just sharing as much as I can of how I do mine and how I look at things. So I'm going to ground from my heart chakra. Excuse me. So heart chakra is green. So if you're playing along, if you can, sit comfortably, lie down, whatever. Close your eyes, open your eyes. It don't matter. So picturing our heart chakra energies, that beautiful, beautiful, in my mind, it's a beautiful emerald green light. And it's just expanding out, 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 past our own energy fields, out, out, out into the world indefinitely. Sharing our love and our compassion with everybody. Because in case you're not aware yet, spoiler alert, we're all connected. We're all made of the same stuff that's breathing us and keeping our hearts beating, and we're all our individual expressions of life. And I'm so grateful that this expression of life is coming back to life. Yeah, and thank you for all the well wishes. I really appreciate it. Even you, Sadie, once you dug out my my newsletter. Anywho, we've only been friends since what is it, 1987? I should really know this. Anyway, it's in the book. Yeah. So now that we're grounded, let's put out a call for any. There's a comment. Blanca says, I put one badass copy out there for a young woman recuperating from leukemia. Oh, thanks. Oh, Blanca, you're awesome. And thank you again for all the people. Every so often I'll get a picture from somebody of them putting my book into one of those adorable little neighborhood libraries. Oh, so beautiful. And at some point, I've got a long list of things I need to do. But someday I'd like to start a campaign for sending my book to women's prisons. But anyway, first things first. So let's put out a call for any stuck souls, dead people that are ready to move on to the light. Those that are ready, those that need no other work, they just need an exit strategy, care of my main dead person go-to guy, Jesus. So putting out a call for any and all dead people, for anybody watching live or in the future, this is for you too. Putting out a call for any stuck souls that are ready to go home. So that being said, let's check in. So my name is Colleen. Yep. My name is Bob. Good news. My name's not Bob. Okay. Do we have any dead people that are ready to move on to the light? We sure do. Is Jesus our best escort? Yep. Jesus, are you ready? Yep. Okay. Here we go. Say goodbye to your little dead friends. Okay. Oh, and I didn't brag about, so on Saturday, somehow, I bragged about taking a shower and playing Carcassonne twice. But we like cleaned up the backyard a bunch because as I used to whine about our deck being replaced, and of course there was no cleanup whatsoever. Yeah, and it's just kind of like, are you guys done with this stuff? Should I throw this shit away? Yeah. Anyway, but I told Dave, even though my energy wasn't great yet, I told him like, oh, my dream. It would feel like I would clean out my brain if we could clean up the backyard. And then just step by step, we just started doing it and got a lot done. Yeah, I'd have to sit down a lot in between lugging things up, but oh my God, just throughout the day, I was so thrilled that I felt like sort of a normal person, like doing anything productive. Anyway, so sorry to brag. And then yesterday I was knocked on my ass again and felt sorry for myself all day and felt like I'd overdone it. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. Another good story, bro. Okay, so we've successfully released the dead people to the light. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. All right. So the big question, after a couple weeks of not doing this, which bums me out, but it is what it is there anything energetic to do for the group today? Yes. And this is for you watching live or in the future. So let's see what shows up. Okay. So this is something on my master menu. Yes. Okay. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. Okay. The ever popular frozen or atrophied emotions. So, yeah, okay. Poof. I'm gonna poof myself. Okay. In case you don't know what poofing means, it's me and Dave have a little, well, we have several code words. For example, if I'm like trying to tell him dinner's ready and he's like not getting ready for dinner, all he has to say is mission. Like he's on a mission. So it's like, okay, I know he means business and I'll get off of his back. Otherwise, I'm kind of a bitch when I've cooked because I do not always want to cook. And I'm kind of a bitch when it's like, you're not fucking respecting the fact that I just made you a meal. How dare you? How dare you? Spoken like a true non-mother. Okay, so that being said, oh, and poofing means if you're in the middle of something and you just like, no, I just want to like, let's just pretend like I didn't start this conversation. You go poof, and then the rule is don't question the poof. Okay, so that being said, so we're looking at a either a frozen or an atrophied emotion. So let's see what shows up. And in case you're wondering, I started with the whole, energy work for me basically started by learning the emotion code. And that gave me kind of a toehold into, what I do now. And it's so interesting. What's come up over the years somehow, because that's how I roll, different categories of emotions have shown up. It's like, So it's kind of rare these days. Like on my master menu, I have an entry for trapped emotions, like the emotion code, and it rarely shows up because what shows up is these more like differentiated, more specific types of emotions. And I have several now. And among them are frozen negative emotions or atrophied positive emotions. So that being said, we're looking for the group watching live or in the future. We're looking at a frozen negative emotion. We're looking at a positive atrophied emotion. No. Okay, so frozen negative emotion. And if you're playing along at all and you're creating your own master menu, you might want to just write that on your master menu, even if you don't know exactly how you would handle it. Because seriously, that's one of the clues, I think, is if you have a master menu and this is how I operate. It's like I'll be listening to maybe somebody talking some woo or Neil Brennan on a podcast talking about being the youngest of 10 kids with a violent alcoholic father and not knowing how he feels all the time. It's like, ooh, is that something? Is that and then I called it atrophied emotions. Like maybe you can bring that shit back to life. Yeah. And where was I going? Welcome to my brain. Welcome to my brain on 2 weeks of yeah. So what I'm getting at is sometimes I'll get an idea for something and I'll just get out my pendulum and I'll ask my guides or ask my energy field, ask the collective, whatever. Ask, is this a thing? And even if I don't have a game plan around how to handle it, if it shows up, I'll put it on my master menu. Just trusting that if it does show up as the best way to create an energetic opening for healing or whatever I'm going for, then the question is, so let's just make this up. Well, for you, if you're doing energy work, if you've created a master menu, and it's interesting to you, like an atrophied or a frozen emotion, just put that as an entry on your master menu. And then, even if you don't know what to do with it, and then if you're working on yourself and you ask, okay, there's something energetic bubbling up. Okay, is there a remedy or is there something on my master menu to handle this or create that energetic opening for what you need? And if you get to that entry, even if you don't understand what to do with it, if that shows up, then what I would ask is, like, if that's what you're supposed to do or you're being led to, ask the magic question, do I have the capacity to do this, even though you don't maybe have any conscious understanding around it? And if you get a yes, great. That's when I would ask, okay, do I need, this is the key, do I need to have a conscious understanding of this in order to make this happen? And if it's a no, and it usually is a no, then what I do is like, okay, of course, I always check, is it safe and appropriate and from the light? Yeah, cool. So I kind of cover all my bases. And if I've got the go ahead from the universe that I have the capacity, even though my brain might not get it yet, what I do is I close my eyes and I sit quietly. And I'm somebody who does see pictures in my mind. So that's a big part of my work. But not everybody does. My father and my husband, for example, do not see pictures in their mind, which still blows my mind. How is that even a thing? How is that even possible? I want to crack that nut for Dave so bad. Anyway, yeah. And so go where your mind leads you. Like for any process that's on my master menu, there's some kind of structure that I've come up with or that has gotten my attention where I go with it. Like, when it shows up as a shared chakra or some kind of entanglement, I have different visuals. Like I just play with it. I've gotten very playful, and the more confident you get in this, the more playful you'll get, if you choose to. Okay. Shannon's saying something I don't understand. I don't see piston my mind. I wish I could. Can you be more specific? I don't know what you mean by piston. I'm guessing it's a typo. Anyway, and if you don't see pictures in your mind, okay, so Shannon, man, another very intelligent person that I know that's just, you don't see pictures in your mind. That's really interesting. So that just means you got to do it another way. Maybe you just maybe I'm just making shit up right now. So if you don't see pictures in your mind and you get that you can do this thing, the universe is giving you the green light. Maybe I heard somebody say this the other day. They were talking about like, just go from your mind, like get out of your mind. And like you're in this elevator and the elevator goes down. And let's just say to your heart chakra, or maybe your third chakra, or any chakra, or just making shit up. But go to that place, go to your heart, and just see what you feel. We all feel things. Some of us just feel a lot more than others, and we're more attuned to our feelings because we realize that's where our magic is. But however you do it, there's no one way. That's one of the things I love about energy work. If anybody tells you there's one way to do it, they're full of shit. Anyway, no offense. Oh my God, Shannon. Well, good on you. She says she's more audible and she hears answers. Lucky you, unless you've ever thought that you were crazy because you heard answers. I know I have lots of friends who grew up hearing answers, and well, I know one of them didn't know what to do with it, and she found comfort in alcohol at a young age, and she's sorted it out now. But you can imagine, you might think you're a freak if you hear stuff. I've been told. I remember when I first started doing energy work, 2 different people on 2 different occasions unsolicitedly said to me, Colleen, you're clairaudient, right? Meaning hear voices. Like that's one of my gifts. And I'm like, what? And then I fought for years to get that back. And on occasion I have it, but it's ultimately what I've gotten over the years very consistently is I shut that down, care of my grandmother, somehow, because our family doesn't do this stuff. I shut that shit down at the age of 3. Yeah. And then I'll just go through the whole story. Why not? But yeah. And I was real angry for a long time. Like, where's my fucking gift? As if I don't have any other gifts. Anyway, but I was real like on that. And then I did a basically micro dose, a very low dose of mushrooms, just made a little tea. And it took me to like very quickly, I was in a fucking prison. The walls were closing in on me. And I Dave was sitting next to me, so luckily I was able to stay calm and say, "Okay, I'm in not in a real prison, but like a self like all encompassing like fuck like self prison." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm in prison." And he's like, "Okay, well, why don't you ask about it?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if I can use my pendulum right now." Like, what? I can use my pendulum always, almost always. And so I'm like, okay. And I got out my pendulum and I was led to, on my master menu, I was led to that, oh, I needed to witness a part of myself. So that's one of my entries on my master menu is just to witness. Is it to witness myself or whoever I'm working on or whatever? It just says witness. And so I got that I needed to witness myself back to the age of 3. And that's where I got clarity and closure on what a godsend that my grandma helped me shut that down unknowingly when I was a little kid, because I was having a hard enough time. I didn't need to be hearing voices, hearing words, and not understand it in an atmosphere where I was not going to be supported for it. And ever since then, I've been okay with it. Yeah. So anyway, so no matter how you get your messages, if you get that, like, yeah, you can do this thing on your this new thing you have no knowledge of on your master menu, you can do it. Well, listen to the answer, Shannon, or come up with some process in your mind, a picture you see, or something else altogether. You can do it. And Blanca says, maybe you become the picture. Maybe. Yeah. And that's right. Coop is here. So let's bring him on and we'll get to some more magic. And we're going to go over an hour here. I hope that's okay with you. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Ooh, we're catching up with Coop. We're catching up with Coop. Yeah.
Yay. Hi, Coop.
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday.
So we're getting toward the end. We're just diving into some energy work. Real quick, how are you doing? In a nutshell.
I'm good. Good.
Did your signing go well?
It did.
Awesome.
So, yeah, made a quick $100.
Great.
So, yeah, that's nice.
Arigato. Okay. Well, cool. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So what we're going to do is we've landed on a frozen negative emotion for the group. So once again, if you're making up your own master menu, I highly recommend you put a frozen negative emotion and atrophied positive emotion. Anywho, so there's a frozen negative emotion for the group today. Yes. This is on my chart. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. This is a monkey. No. Okay, good. Phew. All right. So this is in an odd numbered row. No, this is in an even numbered row. Even. Okay. This is in row 2. No. 4, 6, 8, getting tiny. 10, 12, 14, discouragement. I've understood that one this week. Okay, discouragement. So is there anything else we need to understand about this discouragement in order to disrupt this pattern with a bypass circuitry? No. Okay, so we're ready to find a bypass circuitry, care of Gaia, to disrupt this pattern. We are. So, all right, this bypass circuitry is in column A. Column B, yes. In an odd numbered row, yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 11. Okay, soul connection to higher consciousness. Yes, please. Okay, Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this frozen energy of discouragement for all of us watching now, live, or in the future? Yes, this is safe and appropriate and from the light for all of us. Yep. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes and hold space for Gaia to do her thing. Here we go. All right. So Gaia, we successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this frozen energy of discouragement for the group. Yes. Thanks, Gaia. Okay. So is there something else energetic to do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. In column B. Yeah. All right. This is in an odd numbered row. Nope. In an even numbered row. Yeah. In row 2. Yes. 3. 4. I can count. Okay, that's taking me to my traumatized energy fields chart. Okay. All right, this traumatized energy field for the group is in column A, column B, column B. Okay. In an odd numbered row? Nope. In an even numbered row? Yeah. Okay, this is in row 2. Yeah. In row 4? No, okay. Self-esteem. Okay. So there's something energetic to be done for our self-esteem energy fields that are showing up as traumatized. Yes. Okay. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. Yes. In row monkey. No. Okay. So it is legit. Row 1. It's not in row monkey for those of you just tuning in. Okay. This would be a weird time to just be tuning in, but you do you. Okay, so we've got a negative portal to seal up. So this is a dimensional spiral portal. Nope, this is what I playfully call a seal 'em up portal. Yep. Okay, let's see which one it resonates as. Yeah. And just to put it out there, since I'm talking about master menus, if you have a master menu, you can just put portals, negative portals. So in my world, when I say portal, I mean negative. So negative portals. Portals are negative in my world. Vortexes are more in the positive range. So that's just how I operate. Yeah. And, several years ago, like this whole portal thing exploded into like all these different categories. And if you don't necessarily need my 4 pages of portals to deal with portals. You could just put that on your master menu and, see what you need to understand about it. It's always about bringing as much information or light to the whatever you're trying to shift as you need to. And you might just put negative portal on your master menu. And if you get the go ahead, then you seal it up. How do you seal them up? You come up with your own process. I see a picture in my mind, and it would be hard to describe because it's so convoluted, but it changes over time. And basically, all you need to do is do something. And then when you're done, you check your work. You always check your work. And if you're not getting it, well, then you just need to keep working on it. That's all. It just means you don't have enough awareness yet, perhaps, to do whatever you're looking to do. Any problems are a lack of awareness, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is what I playfully call a seal 'em up, meaning in my system, I have all different guides that handle these different portals, but these I handle myself. So the seal 'em up portal is in column A, column B, column C, Column C, yes. Column D, no. Okay. Column C in an odd numbered row, no. In an even numbered row, yes. In row 1, I'm sorry, in row 2, sheesh. In row 4, in row 6. Okay, our winner is, it just resonates as an authority portal. Okay, so anything else we need to understand about this in order to seal this mofo up for whoever needs it, watching live or in the future? Nope. Okay, so it's safe and appropriate and from the light to go ahead and seal this authority negative portal up for whoever needs it. Yep. Okay, here we go. Okay, so have we successfully sealed up this negative authority portal for whoever needs it? Yep. Okay, is there one more thing we can do for the group today so we don't go too terribly long? That's a yes. This is on my, oh, we're still working on, how soon I forget. We're working on that self-esteem traumatized energy field. So is there anything else to do for this self-esteem energy field? Yes. This is on my master menu. This is in column A in an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1, in row 3. Okay, that's another portal. So this is a dimensional spiral portal. Oh, it is. Okay. So the dimensional spiral portals are handled by my team of 4, which are Merlin, Archangel Michael, Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, and who I still playfully call Homeopatrick, who didn't come from the light. He comes from the light now. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so, all right. So this is in the Black Spell Portal family. Nope. Special category. Nope. Others. Nope. Occult and wizardry. No. Physical hidden Merkaba or Merkaba. Yes. Okay. It's this one. Yes. It's this one. No. Okay. So the words that resonate are excise, health, and healing. My guides give me the words, so if they sound a little weird, that's why. Okay. No offense to the guides. Okay. So I'm the one to, oh no, this is, okay, sorry. So this is a dimensional spiral portal in the physical hidden Merkaba category called Excise, Health, and Healing. And let's see if it's ready to be dimensionally spiraled out of our experiences for those of us who have this going on by the team of 4. So team of 4, are you here? Yep. And you all come from the light, come from the light, come from the light. Yes, you come from the dark, come from the dark, come from the dark now. Okay, are you ready to dimensionally spiral this out of our experiences now? Yep. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. Here we go. Okay. So team, have you successfully dimensionally spiraled this out of our experiences? Yep. Thanks, team. You're awesome. Okay, so is there anything else to clean up on aisle traumatized self-esteem energy field? No. So we're complete with that? We are. Okay, is that a good place to stop? Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Good job.
Yeah, made it. Feels good. Okay. Well, thank you for being here. And please, oh, yeah, that's right. I decided in celebration of Valentine's Day, which I kind of don't care about, although, well, I did have one of my favorite all-time Valentine's Day with you, Coop.
Yeah, that was a good one. And
Yep.
Al Wops is still there.
Al
Yeah,
the
Barb.
Wop.
Al Wops is still there, yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming it was started by an Italian man.
Yeah, but it's in the Lock, which is really famous for its Chinese. Like back in the day, they built a railroad.
Oh, right.
Workers lived there, yeah. So
Wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
but 4 of us were single, and we went out drinking and had a great time at Al the Wops in
Yeah.
whatever river city that is.
yeah, because I used to work. I bartended at AJ Bumps in Freeport, That's how I knew the bartender, Claire, the cowboy, remember?
I don't remember Claire the cowboy, but I remember you working at AJ Bumps.
Yeah, he was one of the. He used to work the bartender there too, and Al the Wops.
It was so good of you to be a bartender at places for us to, if I recall, kind of drink some drinks for free. I've been very successful in drinking a lot of drinks for free.
It was a good, popular job to have. I liked it.
Anyway, but back to what I was saying. So I'm rolling back the prices again. If you're watching this or if you get my newsletter, I would happily do a full session for you for $150 rather than the $250. And I'll just say it. Not only, I don't know why I'm saying this, not only am I a generous lover, but I am a generous generous when I do an energy healing session. Yeah, you'll walk away with thinking, wow, that's all it cost? Dare I say. And if you don't, oh well, sorry. Yeah, but I'd be happy to do that. I'm offering that through the end of this month. So just send me a message, energyhealingwithcolleen.com. Yeah. Any closing thoughts, Coop?
Not really. Just I'm enjoying the sunshine while it is shining. Because it was pretty nasty at the end of last week, and it's nice and it's getting cold at night, but it's really clear. But it's been beautiful. It's gonna start raining again on Wednesday. So, which we totally need. I guess we're like pretty like 70% of normal kind of thing. So, or like 70% less than normal. So, yeah, rain.
Yeah, we could use some rain for sure. And Yvonne says, thank you. I think I'll take a nap and see if I can shake off whatever this is. Well, I am sending you tons of love. I'm sending everyone tons of love. Keep feeling good, or if you're not feeling good, man, do I feel for you. And if I can be of any assistance, please let me know. And let's go ahead and end this thing with my beautiful theme song from Artica Productions yet again. Thank you, Coop, for being here. I love you guys, and see you next time. Bye.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with